timestamp for the drive disk. What was it? It was 40.
Yeah, it's
something.
like 45, 44.
Timestamp all of it. It's 40,
45,
46.
44. Yeah.
Fuck. I want to watch. Yeah,
I was searching for that one.
All right.
Reset your stream so it's not subtracting.
What the hell is going on outside my window?
Buh.
All right, I've got it. Yeah, we could add the drive disk on.
One second.
Should we do the drive disks after the characters?
Don't matter.
It don't matter. I think it makes more sense to talk about them in context.
Yeah.
We got it. Yep. Thank you, Traffic. Yep. Appreciate it.
Back already? Yeah, we're doing the crater Yappp. Hell yeah, baby.
Hell yeah, baby.
I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I guess I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
You are doing it.
Yes, I am. I need background footage. I'll just open the game.
That's what I did.
I'm not gonna show my browser.
Add Wengens above drive disks. Oh yeah, good shout.
What the hell? Got killed children screaming outside my window. I swear it's not me.
Is it good scream?
That's up to you. Give me 1 second.
Just wanted to say hi, guys.
Oh,
How's everyone doing?
Yeah.
Yo, hey Static, how are you?
Good, man. Yeah, thanks for the invite earlier. Appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, we're just letting everyone filter in. I think we probably have to wait for Kete to get here.
Cool.
Okay.
I just set up the audio now.
Is he awake?
He's streaming right now to 700 people, so
Wait.
you would think that he is.
Wakate?
Yeah.
Bro for gore.
Broful War, yeah.
About to open this.
I can spam his chat.
Spam his chat.
Good idea. You're having trouble logging
yeah.
into Zenless? I don't know what's up with that intense.
When the Equipper is a stun character that uses an EX special or a chain attack, increases crit damage of all squad members by 15%. And when the Equipper's crit rate is more than or equal to 50%, further increases crit damage by 15%.
Yeah, that one is interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
That's like lighter engine level. Yeah, crit damage buff.
That's pretty good. 30 crit, yeah.
They only
IGN
showed
posted
off these
multiple
W engines,
gameplay.
right? They didn't tell us like what they scale with or anything.
Yeah, no, I think they only show like how they look like, not intricate stats.
Getting that for spam.
Okay.
Oh, I have it right here.
Does anyone
And
put
my-
the timestamp for additional abilities changes?
Additional ability changes in Lost Void or Ellen's?
I think there was
Or what
something
I've
for
done.
the. I think they showed Koleda and some characters like that.
Yeah,
Corruption.
Collider,
Oh.
Power, etc.
Oh, the
I don't
ability
know
changes.
timestamp.
timestamp. Yeah.
Yeah, the update
They
is when the
talked
support
about
with
it.
Rupture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was just adding that.
It's basically
They
like a
didn't
little
show
like
lighter
bug
like
fix.
that.
10
Did they?
seconds.
Yeah, who did like? I don't think they showed lighter, right?
No, I don't think so.
Uh,
It was like
Um,
Coleda,
yeah, I don't think so.
Pulcra, Lucy.
Yeah,
An Astra?
It was the people
Yeah,
that have like
yeah,
ancient
yeah.
cores where it's like faction and elements.
Yeah, because I'm just wondering if it's like for all characters gonna be like changed to Rapture Agent Edition requirements, or it's only for those characters they showed on the live stream. That's like what I was wondering.
From what they said, I think it was only those that they showed.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that
Oof.
I could have been misinterpreting it.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. It's pretty good the Pulchra's included. Yeah, that's true.
I won't forget streamer mode this time, baby. No more pings for my stream. Forgot it this time. So what do we think in general?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to kick it off. All right.
Yeah, I mean, if
think
people
you're
join,
right.
they join,
Yeah.
but like, you know,
Yeah,
we're stalling. I'm
I
gonna
think
get
we're
called a
have to kick it off,
staller
yeah.
in my chat, and I don't do
Yeah,
that
okay,
around
that's
here.
fair. All right.
That's what
yeah,
a streamer does, though. Aren't you? A
I play
streamer?
Harumasa. I'm not a streamer. I can't be stalling.
Are you streaming right now?
True.
What if you're
I just started
stalling
my
out the
stream, by
boss
the
of Harabasa?
Right. Chaos call ensues. Immediate thoughts then, guys. Immediate thoughts on how we're feeling about it. Let's go around the room. Flossin, let's start with you. I'm just working my way along where you are on my screen. Let's start with you. What immediate thoughts, hot take?
You know, I came into this live stream kind of with low expectations, I guess I'll say. I was telling chat this, like, kind of compared to the other two games, Zenless is kind of like on the lower end of budgeting, so they were kind of at a disadvantage when it comes to like the wow factor, but also at the same time, that's kind of why they needed to like wow us. Initial thoughts, it was great. I thought it was really good. Me and chat gave it an average like 7.5 ish out of 10.
Pretty good.
It was
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
What would have pushed it a little higher? I guess.
In my personal opinion, the disk drive icons, I really wanted those. I was hoping for it at the end of the quality of life features. That's just like a small nitpick though, but
I don't think it's a
Yeah,
nitpick.
yeah.
They need to add it.
A couple of other
They
bits.
need to add it so bad.
Gib, how are you feeling about it?
I thought it was pretty solid. Nothing too crazy, but you know, the free 5-star standard weapon and the standard selector, I can get a Soldier 11, so I'm pretty hyped about
Nice.
that. I know a guy
Another
though
engine.
who has Soldier 11 with no lighter, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. Maybe he's gotten lighter by now, but you know, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, live stream, nothing too crazy. I think a 7 out of 10 is pretty solid. There was good changes though. I like the Bell skin. Because I'm a Bell player, and Bell skin goes pretty hard.
Dangling.
And Yi Zhuan, dude, I feel like Yi Zhuan's coolest thing. I'm not big on her character design, but I think her damage numbers are really clean.
The gold.
Yeah,
Yeah. The corrupted when it popped up with the gold actually.
We
did
got
look pretty
physical,
sick.
but
Yeah,
like with a hue shift. Let's go with it.
yeah, it's like a little gradient on it.
It's
That
got a
looks
black.
mad
It's got a
clean.
black shade on
Slight
it.
gradient on it. A little shine.
Oh, and then there's also the Ellen rework. They surprised me on that because I thought it was literally just going to be they would yoink everything from Lost Void, but it's looking like she's getting one extra combo, which wasn't shown to us before, which is pretty good. Or pretty cool, I guess.
They updated
Yeah,
her core in additional.
Yep.
Her core like applies to like all the new attacks and the ultimate, and then the additional they actually made it so it's not just faction and element, it's now faction, element, and stun, which lets you wheelchair her with lighter Astra. Let's go. We all love Astra around here.
Hacko, initial takes.
Initial takes. I've been around Hoyo since like the launch day of Genshin, so I've celebrated a lot of anniversaries in their games, and I went in with like kind of the same expectations as I do with those anniversaries, kind of tempered, and I was very pleasantly like surprised with everything revealed. Could there have been, you know, some more stuff, you know, like some more buff icons, etc. for these drives? Yeah, but I think overall I'm very pleasantly surprised. And
Nice.
I think the game is heading in a good direction. And we've never seen like buffs this early in a Hoyo game. Like we're getting buffs to characters before Honkai Star Rail has them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think that's big, like them acknowledging that Ellen is struggling a little bit. And
Yeah, we'll definitely come
everyone-
back to you when we talk about Ellen more for sure. But yeah, that's yeah. I imagine you're one of the biggest winners of that Ellen getting that Hollow Zero buff.
Yeah, I was like screaming for 10 minutes straight, I think.
Josh.
It's glorious.
Awesome, Josh. How you feeling?
Feeling great. I'm gonna, represent the Proxy Podcast a little bit, with our takes on a little bit more like story and lore stuff. Just because we have a plethora of amazing meta and spreadsheet warriors here amongst some other folk, but when it came to some of the lore tidbits that they shared, especially with in particular, like they talked a little bit more about like Porsum and like how they derived it from like Lumite ore. They talked about a little bit they didn't really talk specifically, but like they showed off the Exaltus Overseer boss. They showed a little bit more about just the overworld world building, stuff like that, and that stuff really got me hyped. Seeing it kind of all in it's just like 2 weeks away. I'm like, whoa, this place is gonna be looking sick. And one last highlight for me. Introducing a new way to interact within the overworld as well as like within the story, and how we like either like take pictures or use like our mystical arts to like manipulate the world and stuff like that, and like also use it to interact with the miasma, which will be a combat thing. That's pretty sick. So those are my highlights specifically.
No, that's awesome.
I'm sorry, I'm late. Sorry, I'm late.
How dare you? How dare you, huh?
Yeah. Just kick the door down.
Yo, it's unlocked the 7th. My goat.
Yeah.
He's here.
Hey.
On the 7th.
Hey,
did you enjoy that seed gaprey? You know when we saw the seed gameplay?
You damn right.
Yeah, when we
you
saw
damn
that,
right
yeah.
I did.
We did. It was the mechs. That's the preview.
That's the test him. That's the test him.
Okay, we're going around the room giving initial hot take, initial like feels. Okay.
hot take.
So yeah, you're at the bottom of the queue now. Kete, by the way.
I mean,
Razor,
I
what's
would.
good?
I mean, I would be the bottom for you, Daddy.
Oh my god. All right.
It's 5 a.m. It's 5 a.m. Come on.
Razor, how are you feeling?
I'm pretty good. I had little expectations, just like Hako. I played all of these Hoyo games, went through all anniversaries. I did not expect them to cook this much for the first anniversary. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I like the free selector, especially on the V engine, so people can choose that as well if they're missing something. Old character buffs, really good stuff. Pretty much all other gachas do this. Hoyo was very adamant of not doing this, but I'm happy they started to do this earlier on. So the balancing, I think it's going to be quite fine. I also like the additional ability changes, how they change the requirements. So it works like old stuff can work with the new stuff. From what I've been told, also the Ellen additional got changed, right? So that's pretty good. I think the balancing, it's going to be perfectly fine going down the line if they keep going this way, where the old characters are still being taken care of, and they can actually work with the new stuff. So you have more mix and matching instead of this constant like back-to-back packages, you know. So yeah, it's pretty good. Basically, this is how more or less a true anniversary should be like, if you ask me. You have the main story, lots of goodies, events, features, and yeah, I think they cooked. It's great. Hopefully the next year it's gonna be even better.
Yo, let's go. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's good.
R2, hot takes.
Hello.
I think honestly, guys, we're gonna for
Hot
those who have
takes.
joined. I've seen EO and Muzzy join as well. We will get to you. We're just giving initial hot takes. Honestly, I had a run of show. There's probably too many people here for it to actually work. So we'll do this, and then we'll just let chaos ensue.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll get everyone to share something, and then we'll let chaos happen. Okay. R2, immediate thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of hot takes, I'm not really sure. All I have to say is that I think Yushuan's animations are kind of meh. She doesn't really move that much. But right after that, we saw like what's her name, Jeff and the panda, the dragon warrior, and they're like moving all over the place. They're doing like the kicks and the spins and whatever the hell. And I was like, damn, that is fire. So in comparison to the other two, I think Yushuan's lacking a little bit there. But overall, I think the program was actually really sick.
Yeah.
I really like the OST. I mentioned that like in the past as well, when we got the teaser for it. Oh, wow, this OST is fire. And now we got to hear it again, and it's like, yeah, I'm looking forward to be using that in my videos. I like some of the like optimizations that we're like talking about, like the they changed some keybinds and stuff. Unfortunately, nothing about manual chain. I was kind of hoping they would like have some quality of life for players that are struggling, but
when that happens,
no
I have
mentions.
flashbacks to you trying to teach me manual chain, by the way.
Try. Fucking tried. You had some troubles pressing the special attack button.
Well, I couldn't hold it down at the same time. Okay, we're not talking about it now. Breed.
Yo. I just want to introduce myself.
Initial thoughts.
Yeah, just quickly. Yeah, so I don't usually go very deep into anything Zenless on Zero in related like strategy and everything like that. So I'm usually a .exa, but I have started to really dive in to the whole, analytics side of it. But about the SP, just quickly, yeah, I feel really good about it. I'm somebody who usually is quite critical with gacha games, and they've kind of been losing me the last 2 SP programs, mostly because those patches, as we all know, were sort of fillers. They were really focusing, I think, on what they're going to bring us for season 2. But yeah, I felt really good about it. Like, I didn't know how it would feel, how they're going to stage the new area in the new SP program, but overall, I think they did a pretty good job. Some events, it looks like they're going to be still recycled from what they've done before. I don't want to talk about too much because there's a lot I would want to say, but I want to save it for when you talk in a group. But my biggest highlight. Yeah, exactly.
Once everyone said a little bit, then we'll let chaos happen. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. My biggest highlight is definitely also what we got teased for 2.1, I think. But yeah, we'll get to that a bit later. I think. Yeah, that'll be best.
Bro, have you ever gotten into like voice acting? Your voice and mic is insane.
Bro, get off his dick. Dude, it's funny because somebody in my chat, they brought it up earlier as well. I think it was Raphael Mustang. Yeah, he brought up why I never got into voice acting. I just never did. I did some animations. This was my other products before. I used to voice my characters, but aside from that, never. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Man. They gotta get you in, bro. They gotta sign you up. No cap.
No, you have a nice. You have a nice voice, bro.
I think you passed the line. You sign up for something.
Agreed.
Kete, initial thoughts on it. What are we thinking? We'll do Kete, then Muzzy, then EO, and then Chaos. All right.
Okay. I mean, have you seen? I just uploaded a community post. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Orphe's my new wife. Who the fuck is Yishuan?
What do you mean? You already knew this. Like what?
Her in-game model is so cute.
I love redheads.
M6 Orphe incoming.
Who's Yishuan? I don't know who she is anymore.
He has to get M6 Jafufu first.
Why everybody
stun the seven?
Everybody want me to fucking M6 every stunner, bro? God damn.
Stun the seven.
Like, god damn, bro. But yeah.
It's your marketing campaign. God damn it! I didn't crit.
But Yishuan mid Orphe wife is my hot take, and
That's not even hot though.
True.
Yeah.
Just based.
This was, in my opinion, if I compare it to Genshin and Honkai Star Rail, it's the best anniversary they've ever done.
Yeah.
Is by far the best anniversary they have ever done. I went into it, I said it for months. I went into this with extremely low expectations because they burned me so many years in a row. I went into extremely low expectations and I left very fucking satisfied. Getting a standard banner character and engine, I was not ready for that. I expected the 30 pools. That's about what I expected, 30 to 40.
Yeah.
The events look good. They're getting us ready for Seed. You cannot tell me they're not getting us ready for Seed. Seed, my nigga Seed. They're getting us ready for him. I know it. They have to be, right? Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, man, the buffs for Ellen. Yo, for months now, I've been telling people that they're using the Lost Void as a way to see how they can buff characters. And people called me stupid for months. Now all these niggas look dumb. I feel so validated. All you niggas who said it was never gonna happen, you're the fucking retards now.
Okay, that's not. Yeah, right. Okay, let's move on. Muzzy.
You're British. You're British. You should have no issues with that.
All of us.
So for me, as Kete said, this was definitely one of the best anniversaries we ever had in Royal games because Genshin was disappointing.
Turning him up.
Star Rail, but ZZZ, oh my god, they did an amazing job on this live stream. I kind of agree. Like, I do love Yishuan, I'm not gonna lie. Her skin, amazing stuff. But I totally agree that Orphe is definitely waifu material.
Hey, my man.
So yeah, like I'm not going to say that Yishuan's mid. I still like Yishuan, especially on the skin. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting the skin. I am sorry, everyone, I'm getting the skin. But
don't have to apologize, it's a gacha
Orphe might get a Mindscape 3 just for the name card. Not going to use her on my content, you know, like Mindscape
They
0
fucked up.
challenge stuff.
I
Nah.
mean, for M3, you might as well at like M6 because
No,
like,
no, 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 no,
you
no,
know,
no, 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 that
That's
ain't
color.
happening. That
That's
ain't
color.
happening.
Might as well M6.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Okay, cool.
maybe, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was a really good live stream. I'm really happy with everything that they showcased there. I was expecting some extra things, like as I said, loadout and some other stuff. You know, they can add through the course of 2.x, you know, season 2 overall. But for me, definitely one of the best live stream I ever had in terms of anniversary stuff.
Cool. And EO?
Yo,
How you feeling, man?
I was trying to figure out where that arcade lab thing is that I have, but outside of that, but whatever. Anyway, I am
He's
a
feeling
big
it.
fan of what
He's
I saw
really feeling
today
it.
for sure. I don't think it was perfect for me. I wouldn't be able to tell you if it was like the best anniversary out of any of the Genshin or like Star Wars stuff because I didn't keep up with a lot of them to be able to do that. As far as Zenless goes, this is a really good first anniversary for them. I think launching out of the gate with revamping older characters, and I talked about it a bit with my stream as
Is
well,
my
where
word
it's
needed
like
in
me
Discord?
personally, and I guess this would be my hot take, I feel
No, I
like they
can.
should have done two, one standard and Ellen, because PR wise, reception wise, that would be the best positive reception you can get. I'm already going to predict what's going to happen is people are going to complain that it's Ellen getting a buff and not whatever their favorite character is, right? Because most people didn't pull Ellen, or we just had a rerun for Ellen and they're not gonna, you know, grab that or whatever, or they didn't grab it and Miyabi better, whatever, right? But on paper, based off what we currently have in the game, Ellen is automatically about to be like a tier 0.5 character minimum. Outside of that, though, everything else about it was super positive. I really enjoyed the characters. I know we just talked about Ijuan and like how she's a little lackluster in terms of the moveset or like her animations. I don't think I needed her to be like crazy good animations. I think it's more along the lines of like, how is she gonna play? They didn't really show that off outside of her, you know, as a single character. And it does feel like another Sanvi in a way, where she's gonna be the main one on field. She doesn't really care about switching in and out. Like, obviously she has some switching stuff, but her kit looks like it's designed for, you can just play this one character and beat everything in the game, or fight everything in the game is what I should say. It feels like that. And then we also have the free S ranks for the engine. I felt like we were gonna get a character. Like, that's kind of standard at this point, right? To give away something, but the engine, that's huge. Not only, and like from a new player perspective, new players already have the ability to get their first 5-star or S rank within, I don't know, like an hour and a half of playing the game, right? You go from level 0 to like level 5 or 10, something like that, and then you get all the 40 pulls, and then you just grab your first S rank. But now they get a free S rank that they can choose to pair alongside whatever it is. And this is huge because players who missed out on Haramasa, well, now you can make a complete team or 2 complete teams, depending on what you get, right out of the gate. And you get an engine. I think this is going to be a big thing to help players understand why the S rank engines are so important. And like, you don't need to pull every single engine in the game, but just having a couple of engines on your account makes a big difference versus you not having them. So I think that was great. And then I think the final thing that I want to talk about as far as like a negative goes, I really feel like we should have gotten, or they should have announced buff icons, or like messing around with that, right? Like Hormone Punk, for instance, you know, we never know when that's up. Yeah. And so it's like, even if they would have put it, I would have preferred if they made icons for it so we know, but we can't even see it in the menu. That sucks. So it's like, there should be a way for us to tell without having to keep track of things manually in our head when something is active, when it's not active, whatever. And then the second thing, which I think is the most important, and that easily would have made this like a 9.5 for me out of 10, training mode. They constantly talk about us using training mode and like being good at it, or like go use our training facilities. There are 2 things they could have done that I think would have set off 2.0 as like, it's inarguable, this is one of the best, period, right? Would have been improved training mode. Instead of giving us the training mode or leaving it as it is now, it still feels like CBT3. Make it so that new enemies are in there, you know, better meter management, team assist options, you know, whatever, right? Just make it a good training mode. And then the second thing, in like, I'm gonna say the thing, the fighting games or whatever, right? But you know, normally in fighting games you have a character trial, which just shows you the bare bones of a character, right? Like, you know, their basic attacks, a couple special moves, and like maybe one combo. Then you have the combo trials. I think what they should have done was, someone in my chat brought it up, Honkai Impact 3rd has this, where they have like character combo trials or team synergies or whatever. They should have done that for Zenless. So now what this would have done was, this would allow players to get more familiar with not just a character, but how the character performs in a team. And I think that would have been perfect. Then it would have been like a 9.5 out of 10.
Cool. All right, thanks, man. Okay, so yeah, I feel like we've been on call for like half an hour.
wait, AOG, real quick.
What?
Real quick. Soul's a really good friend of EO's. I gotta tell him. So, I mean, EO, in my chat right now, Soul just said someone turn off EO's mic. He's having
By the way,
fuck.
Soul
What did I
get an
do?
invite. Soul did get an invite, by the way.
Nah, they're right.
He's at work. He's at work.
He's at work.
Okay.
But
What did I do?
yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think I think we had a list of things to go through, but I also didn't want to keep us on call for ages. I said it would be like an hour. So yeah, honestly, let's just let chaos happen now.
Can I say something real quick? Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
When I first started my stream 3 hours ago, I think about halfway into the first hour, people were talking about some CCs for ZZZ, and I was saying, man, I just love the ZZZ content creation space, because like it genuinely feels like none of us are like competing with each other. Like we're all helping each other. We all have each other's back. Like I talk to pretty much almost all of you either daily or very often in Discord. Like we keep in touch, and I just want to say I'm very grateful for the content creation space we have built, and love all you guys. And I hope we can keep it going, man. Like very
Yes, sir.
very good CC group for this game.
Hell yeah. 100%.
Yeah,
Couldn't agree more.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay, right. Well, let chaos ensue then, guys. Like, yeah, I feel like I had a list of topics. There's honestly probably just too many people here for us to actually like meaningfully
We can
work
go
through them.
off on your topic and then just go off of that. What is your topic with that?
Yeah.
Yijuan.
next one was
Let's start
reward.
with Yijuan. What we think of Yijuan?
Want to start with Yishuan?
HP scaling. That's something.
HP scaling.
Yeah,
I think
man.
she's another Haramasa.
Yeah.
She's another blade from Honkai Star Rail, man. Like,
No,
Wait,
no,
what do
well,
you
yeah,
mean
that,
by
but-
you think she's another Haramasa? What does that mean?
I think she's gonna be a character that's gonna be technical. She's definitely gonna have something where you have to learn how to play that kit. But because she has boobs, no one's gonna complain about it.
Isn't every character in the game,
Oh.
you know, needs to know what the fuck
but
you're
like,
doing?
but like Haramasa is like the most technical character that everyone talks about in the game, right? Like you still have people saying Haramasa sucks, not because he actually sucks, but because they just don't want to learn how to play the character.
It's because the content
think-
creators
yeah.
playing him suck. True and real. Okay.
Real.
That is real.
Hey,
Like EO.
Hey, what the fuck?
hey,
That took me a minute. I was like, who the fuck did he say?
I'll have you know, R2.
Yeah.
I actually got a UCC 64K with Haru. It took me 6 hours, but I did it.
Yeah,
Let's
M16 did pretty
I
go.
good.
did it.
Your M16 is pretty good.
It took me 6 hours, but I did it.
I'm proud of you, my son.
My son.
Even though he's like older than me, but I don't know how much, but he's older.
I do like the way that Yishuan does look. I know you said more technical, Leo, but I like the way she looks more involved than like me happy. Do you know what I mean? Because I was a little bit afraid that it was going to be kind of like what's the word? What the fuck?
Simple and
Slow,
busted.
But yeah, I'm glad it looks a little bit more technical. It doesn't have to be crazy busy though.
Yeah,
I just
I'm
think her
really
game
liking the
is
fact that she has a parry, and just like Evelyn, she has like a perfect dodge within her kit. Like a lot of like reactive stuff in her kit. I find that to be like very fun.
I mean, she has everything, right? Like they said, she's gonna be a mixture of, or rather, her character lore-wise is supposed to be this weird, perfect balance of offense and defensive capabilities. And I think her kit shows that. Like, it's not over complicated. It's not super over the top as far as the animations themselves go. But she has like multiple dodge frames or like perfect dodge windows that seamlessly flow into her own combos. She has that parry shield thing for the feathers or whatever it is. And then a couple other things too that like it just, hey, I'm doing basic attack 1, 2, 3. All right, here's a parry, and I'm still attacking. Like that's crazy to be able to do all of that and never have to switch.
Yeah. I think that Yi Xuan is kind of set up to be a character where it's going to appeal to both casual and more in-depth creators. Like just from what I saw off the live stream, like she has those layers, like you guys said. But I think that she's going to be kind of set up like Miyabi, where it's kind of your main game plan is to do the whole basic on Miyabi, right? But there's more technicality when it comes to playing Miyabi. So you'll have your casual players kind of doing like a certain combo that it's like the go-to one, and then maybe content creators or people online are going to find these more technical like combos that you can do just to show how many layers that this character actually has.
True. We talk about the Yi Xuan power creep though. Those booty shorts are moving crazy.
Yeah. You're looking at her butt when the other thing is right in front of your face.
Whoa. Yeah. The eyes are up there, guys.
Do you guys like her skin?
I think without the skin is better, personally.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
It's
I
good.
like the top. I think her skin would look way better if it was a full dress. Yeah, does anyone like Princess Peach?
What?
Listen,
I
bro,
think
we-
characters and dresses are underrated. We only have Rina.
Does
I hear
anyone
you, but
like
you just got through
Princess
talking about ass.
Yeah, but it was a bait question because I started it with power creep, and you guys were gonna think it was like actual power creep, but then I started talking about her shorts.
That's how common.
Nah.
I don't think they'll ever bring a character with a dress again. It's such a Guna game, It's it just won't work in their favor, man.
Well, I mean,
like.
like the Vivian is like half there, but then
Yeah.
it's like not there.
Yeah, that thing goes all the way up, though, doesn't it?
Yes, perfect. Come on.
Use one with a Princess Peach outfit is wild.
I could see it though, like I could
pink
see
and
it.
everything,
I could see
too.
it.
Yeah, it could be
One
cool.
thing I wanted to ask you guys about Yi Xuan, I don't know if we touched on this already. Forgive me if we already did, but this whole thing with this new attribute, did you guys know about this thing, Rapture? Or was this completely new right now?
I mean,
I've
they
never
just
believed in
announced
my
it
life.
technically.
Yeah, I've never seen those either before. But if
Never
I
in my
did
life.
know about them prior to this, I think it clarified a little bit more from the live stream, and now I'm more familiar with what it is now.
Wow,
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what is this things they were doing with the additional abilities around that? They're just like adding it as a extra condition to the 2 basic ones all the characters have, or what happened there?
Yeah, so instead of like, I guess like with Collator, right, before would have been, her faction or like an attack unit. So now it's her faction or an attack unit or the Rapture special agent or whatever.
Oh, great. The 3 conditions then. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see Ellen's? Ellen's is 3 conditions now too.
Yeah, Ellen needed that
With
badly.
stun, with stun.
Because
Yeah,
her
yeah,
old
she
one,
did.
he was literally only ice or lycone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now she has so many options.
Oh, so she's got a lot more
for-
flexibility now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like
Yeah.
it's cool because we're getting Jafufu. Okay, can we talk about Jafufu real quick? That character's gonna be
Ugly.
slept on.
I'm more excited
Shut
about
the hell
Jufu,
up.
She
actually.
is ugly as hell.
Bro,
yeah.
you're bugging. You're bugging. You're
She's
bugging.
literally some
You're
gremlin,
You're
bro.
bugging. Or now
Yo,
first you talk
no,
about your
no,
fucking
no.
cheeks. Now you want to cover the cheeks up, and you think Jafufu's ugly. Man, we gotta get this guy.
I
out
think
of here,
Yi
bro.
Xuan doesn't look good either,
We gotta
though.
get. We got. What?
Oh, no, come on.
Yo,
Did you see that
ALG,
infinite
get him out
combo
of the
she was
call.
doing
Get
with
him
her
out of the
basic
call
attack?
right now, bro. Get out of here.
The team
Yeah.
attack with Pan Yi Hu is
Yeah,
dude.
Pan Yi Hu
Oh,
is the
I'm
best
so
looking
excited.
of all of them, bro.
The
He's a big
Dragon
fan.
Warrior. He's among us.
He's
Yeah.
really cool, yeah.
Kind of can't wait to M6 or to M5 him and never get the M6, unfortunately. I've just noticed that Az has joined us. Az, how's it going?
Dude, Orpheus
Amen,
is so beautiful. That is like the
Amen.
best looking
Amen.
model
Hey.
they've ever put in
Amen.
the game. It is actually insane.
That's what I'm
You see
saying.
how long her
That's
ears
that.
were?
All
Do
of
I?
the
Yeah,
Obo
her
squad,
ears were so
they have
long.
not missed with any of the Obo
Yeah.
squad agents. Obo squad is peak.
Oh, and that big bang boom mech shit was 100% a test for seed.
Oh my god. Oh my god,
that's
Az,
so
you're,
true.
oh my god,
That's
Az, you're
so
meat.
true.
Bro, you're meat, Az. Bro,
Yeah, there's literally no way.
Az, you literally just did what I did.
Oh, you enjoy the seed gameplay.
That was a lot. That was very good. There was I literally was like I couldn't breathe. They were suffocating me with so much shit. It was insane.
Bro, Az, we're twinning. We're twinning. You did the exact same thing I did when I joined. You
Let's
spoke
go.
about the two things I spoke about. We're
Really,
twinning.
those were the first 2 points you brought up too.
Yes. Yes.
That's amazing. Oh my god. Yeah, that was. I mean, freak, dude.
Yeah. All right. I mean, yeah. Like, so overall, feels you're feeling good.
I'm feeling great, bro. Oh yeah. Thank you, Chad, for bringing it up. They finally showed Susan in game. I've been waiting 3 years for them to show Susan in game, and they gave her a full-on little like intro where she was streaming.
Susan?
Yeah,
The streamer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
I've been waiting to see her in games ever since like it was the first closed beta test before the game, or like a little bit after the first closed beta test started. They were posting images on Twitter of this NPC Susan, who was like a blog poster, and she would go around and review all the different places in New Eridu. And there's a bunch of really cute art of her like checking out all the different shops. And I was like, when are they gonna have Susan in game? And they never had it. And then they finally I think that's, if you go back, the 2 hypest moments that I had during the stream was Susan showing up and then me seeing Orpheus's model.
Absolutely, yeah.
I gotta say, I kind of thought Orphe was gonna look more badass. Am I
Yeah,
alone?
her,
She looks
um,
kinda
yeah.
cute.
Like, well,
She
definitely
had a
looks
different
more
vibe
specific
in the first
expression. Yeah,
I feel like she might.
Yo, fuck the call. Swoopy. You're the first member of the entire channel. What's up? Thank you so much. Fuck the call real quick. Appreciate it, man. Hope you enjoy the content. Yeah, you are. You're the very first member. I appreciate it, dude.
And I did the first time I saw her.
Do you?
great.
Oh, wow, that's
I feel
really
like I
good.
still want the menacing look to her, or like a little bit menacing. You know what I mean? But like maybe it's a switch. Maybe she goes from like super cutesy and like, haha, these are my friends. And then when she goes into combat, she's like, all right, I'll kill you now.
That's
Yeah.
a very
The models are
She's
very
got, like, a
flexible, so they
on-off
could very
switch.
easily do some good like facial
Flexible, he
expressions.
says.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, did you see that one post Yishuin after her skill? They just put her ass in the camera.
No, I literally can't see her.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw that. I know what he's talking about.
I mean, what? It's a very common anime trope to like have like the cutesy girl, and then when she gets serious for 5 minutes, she's a cold-blooded murderer.
Yeah.
Mm.
We still don't know the
Yandere.
situation with her gun too. So like there's
Yeah.
there's a whole dynamic that she has that will be interesting to see.
Mm.
Yeah.
The tail, the gun that's on her tail, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What do we think is
Guys,
happening
can
then for 2.1?
I think
Already?
I forgot Alice Walker.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, see what that's over.
I don't know. What could they even add that would make it stand out, right? Because like I feel like
Orphe.
2.0.
Orpheus.
Okay, obviously we can get her for sure, but I mean outside of her, right? Like as far as features go, what could we even expect? Yeah, like besides the character, because we know what character's coming.
More reworks. I mean, the fact that they actually officially put the like Lost Void stuff in for Ellen this time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that is huge.
Yeah.
So then I guess with that question or that answer, who do you want? If you only get one, who do you want to get the rework?
Soldier 11.
Right.
Well,
Yep.
Well, we don't even have Soldier 11 doesn't even have Lost Void stuff yet, does she?
yeah,
He
she
just
doesn't.
wants it because he's a Soldier 11 main.
Well, I mean,
That's
Okay, but Soldier 11's chain attack is so bad. Her
In
chain
terms
No,
attack
but-
is terrible.
Standard S rank
it's too
DPS
slow.
is Soldier 11 and Nekomata. Nekomata would need it more than Soldier 11.
I think
Nekomata.
Nekomata is
Yeah,
way more
absolutely.
than
Yeah,
that.
Nekomata
Right.
is like in the, she's like in the, yeah.
Let's
I feel
be
like it
real
would
though,
have to be
guys.
someone that already
It's,
has
that's
the
not
game.
happening. Yeah, I agree, Kathy. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
but
you're
this is the biggest question we have to ask ourselves. Do they even care to buff the standard banners? That's the real question.
I think they need to at some point.
I feel like the problem with buffing standards is that if they do that, they eventually have to buff Lycon, and that's not happening.
Well, I mean,
Lycon's better than Trigger at base.
Shifted around. Yeah, like he needs things shifted around, right? Like his whole thing being on field, he really just does need damage. Like that would be the buff, and you're done, right? He already does good enough days. But the problem is, yeah, Lycan's fine.
Bro, if Lycan does damage, I'm fucking vibing.
That's what I'm saying. Like all he needs is damage for the most. Like if we're talking about a big buff, he really just needs damage.
That'd be crazy.
What have they done in what have they done for the other games? Like, well, it's obviously probably not comparable, but
they didn't do it.
Like, they never did it.
No,
Well,
this is the first.
They are
first
doing
one
Yeah,
to get the buff.
Zenless
Now
is
that you
getting the
said that.
changes before HSR. HSR is doing it like next patch.
Well, I mean,
For the
They
stable
announced it like
characters?
months ago too.
Or
Yes.
limited?
Yeah,
No,
period.
it's not
Yeah,
standard
just period.
characters,
No.
it's limited
Oh,
characters.
Yeah,
Oh,
for like Zila and
is getting
stuff.
buff.
Only
Oh,
5
okay.
stars, limited 5 stars. Yeah.
Oh,
For
right.
real quick for my chat, they weren't saying Kaleda was getting a new skill. They were just explaining that a lot of the other supports that are in the game, they're adding the new Yishuan's like element to work
Yes.
within their pit.
Yes, Raptor, yes. If
Good. Yeah.
if you want my
Which is
honest
great.
opinion, I hope I'm wrong. So this is where my opinions where I hope ages like I hope this opinion of mine ages like shit because I want to be wrong. But my honest opinion is they just won't touch the standard banner characters. And I hope I'm wrong, but that's my honest
Yo, Mighty, thank you so much for becoming a member. I gotta muting the call for a bit. I gotta actually add more perks to being a member. There's no emotes or anything right now, but if I do plan to do, I'll make emotes and shit. But also, I'm working on a big Hugo video, and that's gonna be available to members first, so 2 people will see the Hugo video 1 day before everyone else. Thank you so much for supporting. Really appreciate it. Anyway, let me get these people unmuted.
Previous limited characters, because now this is a gacha game. They're gonna keep putting limited characters versus each other. So for all we know, Orpheus comes out and they're like, hey, we buffed Jane, but Orpheus is right here on the banner. You're not pulling Jane. You know what I mean? So it's like at that point you're wasting, I won't say you're wasting the buff, but only people who've already invested into these characters are the ones that are gonna be able to benefit from that buff. Versus a standard character, everyone has access to those.
I feel like it's a gacha model though that the stable characters are mostly after the first season or year they become less present, especially in people who started from day one in everyone's gameplay. Like I think by year 3 it's probably going to look like Honkai Impact. You're just not going to be playing them. There's going to be so many other options. Even A ranks maybe that might be more relevant than the stable S ranks. So I don't think they'll touch them, and I think some people will be like a bit upset about that, especially players maybe that come into the game who want to clear content like Deadly Assault and which is end game content, let's be real, at the same level as some other people are after like a year and they've only been here for 3 months. And I think that's that conversation probably leave out because I know everyone has an opinion on that, yeah, I personally don't think they will. I can understand people would feel a bit take it to heart if they don't. But I think the priority is definitely the limited characters from season 1 first, if anything, to bring value to people's account who have actually invested, their free-to-play currency and also real currency in these limited characters from season 1, so they can keep up with them. I can say meta, I guess. Yeah.
To kind of bridge us a little bit, they don't necessarily have to completely even rework the characters.
Everyone just mute?
We already see Lycon kind of reinvent himself with new W engines and in particular new sets, right? Like with Hugo Vlad, we've seen him flip back into Protopunk. We've seen him use Astral Voice.
Someone
and
speak.
very easily he could use that new set, right?
Yo.
That new crit damage set very, very easily.
Why are they muted?
I
said-
I see some
muted and EO
Kill
thinks
is sure.
Josh is muted. What
He's
is going
tweaking.
on?
Oh yeah, because I saw the greens and I'm
Are you
like, bro, there's no
schizophrenic?
way they a little bit, yeah, probably.
EO, that's
God.
why I was going crazy because I couldn't hear you
and I'm
earlier.
like, okay, cool, yeah, and I don't want to interrupt him. and I didn't want to talk either. So I was go ahead, like finish what you were saying.
What is bro doing?
You're all good. You're all good. No,
quiet.
Earlier, that's why I was
"What
like,
the fuck is going
I couldn't
on?"
hear EO earlier. That's why.
Josh, I completely lost the train of thought what you were on there.
Yeah. So I was just kind of bridging us a little bit, going away from like the standard characters and saying that, oh, we can reinvent the characters not just purely through a rework, but we can give them more W engine options. We can give ourselves, more drive discs that, kind of bridge them to work and kind of function with the new characters. So what do we, I guess, think about some of the new drive discs and stuff that they kind of introduced there?
Hey, wait, before you guys answer that, Josh.
Yeah.
It was because of Repo. I couldn't hear you because you were still at 0%.
Wait.
From when we played Repo.
Oh,
that has still
it was Repo.
way
Oh,
long. Dude, these are so okay. Sorry, but before you, the stream was lagging for you guys too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
yes.
was.
Like,
Sorry,
you
my
see-
internet.
And
Actually
see that
sucked.
we can customize the
Oh my
fucking-
God.
the main character's skin with like accessories.
We forgot to
No,
talk
I
about the
didn't.
biggest
Yeah.
thing.
I didn't see that.
How does
We saw it
Zenless Zone
afterwards.
Zero 2.0 affect LeBron's legacy?
This is
What?
so
Did y'all
crazy.
see
Look
LeBron
at this.
Oh,
NPC?
come on.
Yes, I did see the LeBron NPC.
There's a LeBron in
Yeah.
like LeBron James. Like what?
Yeah, he looked
There
like
is
a-
literally
Yeah.
a LeBron NPC. It's like
Yeah.
Buddha plus LeBron.
I gotta see it.
Oh, also, I'm gonna send the image of this girl in chat. I don't remember her name. It's like user.
Oh,
I
the
don't
hot
remember what
that
it is.
NPC is so hot.
Oh, the
my
one with the
God.
glasses?
No, not that. No. It's
No,
not
it's
NPC,
Muzzy
the
sent it earlier.
Oh,
On the kipwa.
oh.
Oh, the one that wearing the kipwa. She's absolutely amazing. Oh,
This
there we go.
umbrella
Let's-
is like a gun.
I think that's an A rank.
You know
I
the
thought so-
raccoon girl?
I think her and the Rapier girl are gonna be A ranks. I don't know why they didn't show them
Oh,
all.
you
But
think-
I didn't even notice. What's your name? Zeiss? Shies? Shies? Okay, probably not Shies. I really appreciate it, man. Dude, we got 3 members in like the span of 10 minutes. That is insane. Really appreciate it. I'm literally just playing like shit while a bunch of grown adults are yapping about 2.0, and I'm definitely paying attention and saying a couple things here and there. Really appreciate the support.
Oh yeah, they're agents. They were shown in the.
They are
were
agents,
shown
they are
in the-
agents,
the
that's
okay,
stream.
yeah,
Like,
all right,
these are the-
hell yeah.
But did you just call the fucking raccoon girl NPC? Is that what just happened?
Ooh. No.
The red one.
We talk about Alice.
Yeah.
She's a raccoon.
Oh, she's called Alice?
No, she has the.
No, she has
Bro,
the
no,
raccoon. She has
I
the
understand.
raccoon.
Oh,
Lauren
she's
has
got
the
Tom
rail
Nook on her
concert
umbrella.
with EO doesn't watch trailers, bro.
Yo, I don't.
Dude,
I,
he doesn't
I
watch
saw
trailers,
this
doesn't play the
trailer.
game, what
No,
does he
but I saw this one obviously.
He doesn't watch trailers, doesn't play
Who
the
said it
game.
was
What
a
does
gun
EO
with the
do?
umbrella? does look like
I
the
talk a
gun
lot
with
of
the
shit, I guess. You know.
Yo, on the topic of characters, though, one thing that I was concerned about, and this kind of draws a little bit from season 1 a little bit, and for those of you, if you watch the trailer of the season 1 faction intro, we got to see almost every single character, whether either like a silhouette or something. When it comes to the Yunkoi Summit faction, we only know about 3. So is it a situation of them just expanding upon the faction later?
I mean, Stars of
Or
Ligma only have 2 now.
I was just gonna say Astron Evelyn are more stars.
no, but
than
this
them
is
at
like
point.
main story faction. The Yunkoi Summit is a main story faction, you know?
What if,
True.
what if
I
it
would-
is only
what
them?
was
though?
your
I would say
question
at least
with
4,
the
if not
Yunkoi Summit?
5.
I mean, before they do anything more with them, I would rather see the Angels of Delusion.
Yeah,
come
but
in
what
and fucking
faction
start.
has more than like 3 to 4 characters? I think it's only the Sons of Calydon.
Sons of Caledon.
No. And then
Oh,
Anton.
more than 4.
And Belobog has 4.
More than 4.
Yeah.
More than 4 is only Sons of Calydon, but they normally
Yeah.
4 was like originally the standard.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
just
they
curious.
went away from it. I don't know. I think they might do a because we still don't know about that one girl from the end of the original 2.0 teaser who looked like she fit within the Yonkoi Summit. So either that's a secret character that they're hiding because of lore implications, and she'll be released later, and that'll be the 4th character for Yonkoi Summit, or they're just kind of counting the main characters as like the 4th.
Yeah, I think you're right, dude. I completely forgot about that one.
Yeah, I think this is like another Soldier 11 situation where like these characters are just gonna show up like when the narration kind of needs it.
Wait, what was her name? Wait, chat.
Who, the
didn't
little
we have a
bunny
name
girl?
for the girl? No, the girl at the end of the 2.0 trailer. Didn't we
Was
have a
starting
name?
We
from
had
the
a
back.
name?
Yeah,
I don't
because the
know.
JP.
What the-
Oh, I
version
think
had
there
the
was a
in the description.
name.
There is a name. It's probably a leak.
Oh.
No. It
Or
was
was
in
it
the
in the
description
No,
of
no,
the
no. It
video,
came
yeah,
from
with
Oh, was it?
the Chinese or something. Ah, here it is. Let me send the
Chinese
image
VA
here.
or something, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Let me send the image here on the chat. Where is it?
It's not a leak, chat. It's not a leak.
It's not a leak. It's not a
Reporting
leak.
you to Hoyo right now, actually, so you're cooked.
There you go. Sending.
The,
There you go.
Oh, that one that was turned around.
Oh, okay. Whew. I thought for a moment it was the name that Yishuin said for her mom, her previous grandmaster, or whatever.
Somebody pronounce the raccoon's girl's name for me, please.
Zhao?
Okay,
the
that's
record
not.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's
I mean,
not what she's called
that's-
here.
I don't
Oh,
think
it's like
so.
when we
Yeah,
had like the
like,
original
change
leak of
the
the
name a
character
little bit,
names
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Fubao Yuya.
Football you.
What?
Oh, that's actually really good.
Oh.
Jesus, man, that's fantastic.
Yo, yeah, I think.
Actually, not bad.
The power of being a foreigner.
You, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Bo yo yay.
Yeah, I don't think it's yo. I don't think it's yo.
You.
Yo, yeah, no.
Yuzuha. That's her name apparently.
I didn't even know they had
Yuzu.
names.
14 grown men try
Yeah.
to speak Chinese.
I didn't know they
Okay.
had names, bro.
Yeah, one of my
That's
mods
so
just said it's Yuzuha.
Yuzu.
Yeah, I see people call her Yuzu.
Aw.
And then I looked up Yuzu and I got the fucking Switch emulator and I was like, oh, that's not it.
Her name was on the
Emulator, what's that? You know?
Why ethical? I would never
Okay,
use an
Yuzuha. Yeah,
emulator.
yeah, chat's saying it too.
Yeah, it had written on the umbrella.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh,
spotted.
I
Where
mean,
is it written on the umbrella?
we already know now. It's confirmed. If the character has an umbrella, they're gonna be broken. We know the code now.
Oh, it's underneath the umbrella. Oh, I need to pull. it
Yeah.
up. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you guys think of the Bell and Y skins?
They're
Noted.
cute. I mean, I don't think they should have put it in. Yeah.
Dude,
They
you
should
get
not
to
put in
wear
the
it in the
anniversary
head.
package. Like, yeah. I don't think they should have done in that package though. But still, they look great.
Well, isn't
Yeah,
it-
Why
isn't
do
it
you
just
think
from
they
like playing the
shouldn't have
story?
been
Like you
in
just
the
you play the
anniversary?
story and then you get it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that we're moving to a whole new area. The the cutscenes and all the main cinematics are most likely to be with Bud and Wise wearing the new outfit altogether. So, not giving it for free would have been weird in my opinion. But including the anniversary package, I don't know. This is why I said at the beginning I'm quite critical about these little details. And I thought it was kind of like, okay, let's just put that in there as well. Just to say that we've done
I
it.
don't think
But-
it's connected to the anniversary. I think it's just because the anniversary's going right now that they added it to it. Because they
Yeah.
specifically added a system where you can claim it without doing the story.
Ah,
I think they were
yes.
going to have it just be
That's
the story.
good. That's good.
It's still great. It's still great that they. I suppose they have to give it out. I suppose, but yeah. What do you guys think of this whole thing? Well, this is probably for new players, I guess. So I don't. Maybe I misunderstood this, but can you join the game and skip the whole first 5
Yes.
chapters and just go straight
Yes.
to
Yeah.
season 2? Is that what it is?
You can do it for
1.2, right?
season 2.
Yeah.
Ah,
So does that mean
So, like,
you can skip from
at
Sons of
1.2.
Caledon? Like,
Yes, I
basically
think
you can
so. Yeah.
skip everything. Once you get to that Sons of Caledon chapter, you can skip everything until season 2. Which I think is good for new player
Yeah.
onboarding. Like if they're excited about starting season 2.
Yeah, if they just want if they want to start
absolutely.
it,
All
yeah.
the leaks going around and everything. Yeah. Spoilers. Sorry, not leaks. Spoilers. Yeah.
By the way, I'll just do a little shameless plug. If you guys are new players and you don't want to go through all of season 1, I'm gonna have a video coming out soon that's 5 hours long. That is a complete.
Damn.
and
That's definitely gonna save them time.
What's the
Game.
what's the
That's
progress on it? Because Yeah, it was. You've been chugging along.
I have been chugging along. Yes, it is coming soon. TM.
Did you go to
I've been,
sleep last night?
I slept for 2 hours.
Okay. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was working on it when we we pulled him in call last night for a little bit. And he's like, I just finished recording. I gotta go record more. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I've
God,
been
5
like
hours.
only working on this thing for a while. I've only slept like I think in total now like probably 14 hours in the last like 4 days or something.
Yikes. That's
Yeah,
not
you're
bad.
trying. Yeah, you're speed running death, homie. What are you doing?
Dude, it's gonna be such a good video though. And now I don't know if you watched it, but I got so hyped. They posted a first anniversary replay, like thing that's just like a hype collage of the entire season 1, and I'm just gonna rip that shit from YouTube and I'm gonna use that as the closing, the closing 3 minutes of the video.
Easy.
Wait, as a
peasy.
story guy, what do you think of the season 1 Zenless story, like all together? Like, what would you give it out of 10?
Except
10.
for season 1, yeah. Season 1 was
A
amazing.
10?
10.
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
we're
Are
comparing
we
this to
ending
every
it
other
at
gacha game
1.4,
story.
or are we counting like 1.5
okay,
beyond?
Here's the thing. If you want a legitimate like review, up until like 1.4, it was a 10. After, the writing got a little sloppy in certain areas, and it was a little
1.5.
unfortunate. 1.5.
I think 1.5
1.6
was
actually
terrible.
1.5 in terms of like writing, and like world building wasn't bad, but 1.6 and 1.7 there was just a lot of loose threads that they just did not act, that they were acting like were tied together, and that would only be the case if you were following the story like 100% of the way through.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it
I
just
really
felt
agree with that.
a little
Yeah.
sloppy. Which, yeah, I think I talked about that when we did the when I was on the 50/50 podcast, when I was mentioning that in 1.6 they just started dropping the name Exaltus, like people knew what it was. When
Yeah.
you would only know that if you have been like meticulously picking through the lore. So
Story
the-
presentation.
Wait, I have another question. Okay, so
Yeah.
that was
Wait,
a
before we
that was a
switch topics.
gotcha story rating.
What?
Before we switch
Razor
topics.
was gonna
Well, mine's a
talk
yes
Yeah,
or no
Razor-
question. Mine's a
Razor
yes or
was-
no
No, I
question.
just asked him.
Razor's talking.
Yeah.
No, just
Yeah,
asking
have you
Azriel
played?
about
Have
story
you played
presentation.
Claire
He was
Obscure
gonna do it
Expedition
anyway.
33?
Chaos.
He's
Give
like,
it
yeah,
credit, let's
I hear you, but like, let me ask my question anyway. Let me ask.
Rip's here. Hey, Rip.
Yo,
going on?
Azrael, have you played Claire Obscure Expedition 33?
Bro,
Not
what the
yet,
fuck
my-
does that have to
What
do
does
with
that
this?
mean?
No, I am on the
What does
God
that
Raven
mean?
soon, but I haven't done it yet. No.
Okay, all I'm saying is after you play that, I feel like all your gotcha story ratings will go down at minimum 1 to 2 points.
No.
Bro, all you
just
have
not
to do
even
is play
comparing
Final
it.
Fantasy 6, and then
No,
all of your
stop,
gotcha stories
stop,
go
stop,
down
That's
by
my
a
favorite
minimum of 1
gacha.
or 2. That's not the
Stop.
same
Well, you
thing.
add that together, and
Anybody
that's like 3.
FF8?
When you ask me what the writing of a story is, I am judging it based on the genre it's from. Obviously, I think there are games that are way.
Well, that's
way
why I say
better
I
than,
prefaced it. I said I know your rating is a gotcha story rating, but
Yeah.
He really just wanted to like shout out Expedition 33. I promise.
that
you
game
guys.
is so
You're
good.
like a fucking boat on that.
Pretty
man.
sure
Fuck all of
It
you.
is so good stuff.
I plan on playing it soon. It does look great.
Yeah.
Did I join the wrong podcast?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Expedition 33
That's the right one.
podcast.
That's the right one, buddy.
Holy fuck, you were loud.
We are
Hello.
absolute,
That's
absolute
Rivenous.
chaos
Hello.
right now. We did go through everyone and get their initial thoughts. And then after that,
Is it
just
Rivenous or
chaos.
Ravenous?
It's Rivenous, but just call me Riv or whatever. I don't care.
I see.
Well,
All right, I
let's-
am.
Well, let's ask for your
All
initial.
nonchalant, like. All right.
Let's ask for your initial thoughts since you've just joined us. And then, to be honest, guys, I might drop out in a sec. You can carry on yapping, but
Bro, had
yeah,
enough.
I think the chaos may just get too much, honestly. But Riv, initial thoughts?
Absolutely insane. Best anniversary of the year. Hide it away. I don't know, man.
Only one, no?
Looks good to me, but you know, it's the way of how these live streams are presented. It is always made in a way that should hype it up, you know, just makes sense from a business perspective. So
Yeah.
I want to see how it's actually paced. They gave like us like 10 million events, but if they are all within the first week, I mean, sure, it will not be, you know, then we have 5 weeks of nothing to do. So I want to actually play it before giving a final rating on this. But I mean, livestream looks good. Anniversary rewards are good. I don't really have much to complain about. Except that now I have to do an updated Ellen guide, and I don't know when because I don't have fucking time.
There is zero time.
Good.
Okay, I'm gonna say something a little bit inflammatory maybe now. I thought the rewards were good, but I was saying it's great that we're getting the 30 pulls. It's great that we're getting the standard S-rank selector. It's great that we're getting the engine selector. I think if we had 40 pulls, I'd have said it was peak, but 30 pulls feels a little low, honestly.
Well, we're getting 50, right?
Yeah.
No, it's 30.
It's
No,
30,
it's
yeah,
just-
the 1,600 polychromes and 20 pulls. Yeah.
And then 20
I
pulls.
thought the
They
220s
kind of
were separate.
confused the messaging a little bit by like
the
saying
way they worded
they
it,
do
I thought
that.
that too. I thought it was like 40, and then I thought it was 50,
Me
and then
too.
they reset it again, and I was like, oh, it's only 30.
it is.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
it's-
okay.
It's 30 pulls, and honestly, the
I
problem
do
is
think
we
though,
have
I think we get to like 40 with like the web event stuff.
No, okay.
I mean, I still
I mean,
think that's kind of
nobody does
low.
what
I'm not
events
gonna lie to
does.
you. Yeah, like I feel like that's if we're talking about pulls, definitely we could hold them to the same standard that we keep everybody else. That having low pulls on an anniversary, like regardless of it being, I guess other things being generous, like the free standard, I do feel like 30 is like incredibly low, especially
So
given the fact that Zinless has the worst rates. Like,
So one
rates in
thing
Dil-
I really would like to keep in mind in this regard is we have like 7 or 8 events, which all of them give polychromes as well, which is
Yeah.
it should
Yeah.
be 3 or 4 more than usual. So in the end, you know, if we give Woover the benefit of the doubt, where we also count the event rewards to the anniversary rewards, then we should do the same for ZZZ.
Yeah,
See, but-
I
but
suppose
Wua
it is
has
literally
guaranteed
just like a
banner.
raw 30, right?
Yeah, they have
Mm.
guaranteed weapon banner,
yeah, like that. That's what I'm
which
saying. Like, it's-
Zenless could do. They could
they
get ahead of
should
the
do
game.
it.
They should
Sure.
get. They could get ahead of the game and just get on that. They
But
could.
except for a very few signature, well, for a very few agents actually, mainly I guess Miyabi, at least we don't have a 40% difference between A ranks and S ranks. I actually don't know what the current difference is for Wuva, but back then it was pretty bad. So they kind of need to make the weapon banner guaranteed, because otherwise that would be slightly scummy if all of your free weapon choices are like 40% worse.
Yeah.
And
Real.
especially for some S-rank vengeance which we have in the game, like Brimstone, they are universally usually pretty good with, well, like Evelyn can't really use it, I guess, but for most agents they are more than usable
Evelyn works
enough
good
to be
with it.
like... It works fine, but you know, it's not optimal. What I mean, for example, Zhujuan, okay, to be fair, that's a bad example because that Brimstone's just her business.
Brimstone exists.
But
Yeah.
you know, like usually you have like S-rank weapons which are like 10 to 15% worse than the premium weapons, sometimes less. And honestly, I think that's okay if we especially now get to choose one.
Yeah.
I will say it's nice that they, if I am remembering correctly from what I saw on the stream, they're letting us craft like a new free to play W engine for the new type.
Oh, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
I
But
think
they're
there's-
not adding a standard rupture weapon, no?
They're adding 2, I
don't
think,
think you
2
need one.
standard A ranks W. Oh, no, wait, 1.
No. What? It's a
No,
battle
like
pass.
a 5-star
an
rupture
There should
weapon.
be
I don't think they're
Oh,
adding
I
that.
That's a battle pass. The middle one's a battle pass.
Oh, the middle one's
Yeah,
about-
Wait, wait. So we can craft a 5-star. We can craft an A rank.
No, it would be
No, the
That's the
crafting is all 4 stars.
Yeah, but you're saying
It's
that
with that
you're
Sophie
surprised
girl.
we didn't get an S rank, is what you're saying.
Yeah, for the rupture set.
I don't think we
Because
need
that
one.
means if you want a 5-star weapon for her, you have to pull on her weapon banner.
I agree with that. Like that. I know that's gonna sound crazy. I actually agree with that practice. Like if you're already giving out a couple different things for free, you're already allowing people to craft like an A rank engine that'll get the job done, and you're going for each one, you might as well just pull a weapon. Like if they, because they at some point you would have to keep marketing in play, right? Like they're not gonna just give you the free option for you to not pull on an anniversary banner, and they're giving you top up. They definitely want you to spend money.
They might add a, like in the future battle pass, another one in there.
Yeah,
like, just for
that
the
could be
battle
something
pass
too.
one. That way it's a
I
cheaper
actually
option to
think-
get an S rank.
I actually think we can expect a Rupture S-rank standard weapon in 2.1 or 2.2, but they probably will not give it out at, well, right now where we can actually select a weapon.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because like they could definitely pull a Tignari of like introducing the character in a limited banner, but they become standard right after. You know?
Yeah.
So it's always possible.
There was one topic I wanted to touch on really quick.
Sure.
I'm watching through the IGN teaser stuff, and I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think about the new exploration that they're adding? Like, this
Yeah,
feels
I
like
have
the,
That's exactly what I wanted to ask. Yeah.
I think I might
it
have to
feels
watch
like
what you're watching.
The
'cause
rally quest.
I didn't get to see a lot of the it felt like they didn't show it off. Maybe I just had to lag or
No,
whatever.
no,
but-
they barely showed it. They showed the map quality of life, but they didn't show actually playing through.
Yeah.
They showed playing through like the open world Hollow Zero, whatever that is. It's like a mini.
yeah.
It's like an instant
Yeah.
Hollow Zero, but instead of it being like closed off to like one little circle, it's like bigger than usual. I
So
think they
IGN just
tested it
straight
with
up has
the
exclusive
Miyabi
gameplay.
quest.
Yeah,
I gotta get
gameplay
part of
to
IGN
see
Steam,
quite a lot
bro.
more of it.
Yeah, I need to be on
Yeah,
IGN
it's
Steam.
advanced
What the
version
fuck?
of the Milanoe event. That's
Okay.
basically what it is.
The way of-
Except. Oh, go.
Yeah, sorry. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that it's like they're adding the new mechanics with like being able to break through the like hallucinations of the miasma with the mystic arts. That's what the like breaking the wall was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Making sure it like, look like things just
So-
Yeah,
disappeared.
in the Melano event.
The thing of how they worded everything and also taking the dev talk into account, this is basically a semi-open world now, where you can seamlessly switch between your agents in the open world and also have combat in this. Well, it's not really an open world, it's just a really large map essentially. So you don't really use the HDD anymore, and you can also see some hints on that. I was just looking in Gamer's stream here. You saw that you have access to your pulls and your entire UI in the open world now, while also being able to switch your agents.
I think it's very similar to Honkai Impact 3 Part 2 open areas, what they do over there. It kind of reminded me of that.
What do they do? Yeah, so like specifically though, does that play the same as this? I have a question though. Are the enemies like in game already, or do they spawn in? Do you know what I mean?
We have no
I'm not entirely
information
sure.
about that, right?
Yeah.
No,
Well, I
they
just wonder
talked
if
about
anyone's
it.
seen
in
that. Yeah.
In the original dev talk, they were talking how as you're exploring, you'll find enemies. So there'll be enemies that you can like run into, which is why they also made a direct point of like while you're walking in the overworld, right now pressing E brings up Internaut, but in this new instance, it would have to be your special skill because you're walking around with the actual kit. So they're rechanging all the default keybinds. So that
My
way,
chat was
you can
telling me.
access the like Internaut in a different way, but while you're exploring.
Dude, I think it's crazy that like Honkai Star Rail announced their character buffs I don't know how many months ago, and Zenless fucking beat him to it. That's hilarious. Genuinely. No, you were gonna do all character buffs. Awesome, and they're still not out. They're gonna be out after the whole bullshit is done here, which is awesome. Imagine being so fucking slow. So I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what the hell they're yapping about right now. I have no clue. But they be talking. They definitely be talking. Wait, this is the fucking easy way one. What am I doing? Yeah, Zenless devs are the best devs, dude. It's awesome. Do I unmute the call? Is that what I want to do? How the fuck are you alive? Okay. Anyway, I'll unmute the call.
New areas like you did with Melano, right?
Yeah.
Well,
You are.
and
Yeah,
in this
yeah,
new
yeah.
way, you will have to like do an actual exploring like Milanoe, yes.
Oh,
But
okay.
I think I don't think they're gonna completely get rid of like stage focused like missions. I don't think that's gonna be completely moved away. But
I actually
yeah,
think
I
I
mean,
will move away from that.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Some of my chat saying that they haven't signed up for Mini Genshin. Not sure if they like it.
yeah, I mean, I
so-
can tell you right now, I don't like open worlds. So I preferred the stage stuff, but I also preferred the TVs, and they removed that. So
Yeah, it feels like
is what it
they.
is.
Yeah.
You should just say that you
Through
hate jiggle. Can we have less jiggle in the game?
No.
Yeah,
So
that's
then what
definitely
about
would
the
actually
people-
make me upset.
Cancel him.
if I may say, I would say quite a lot of people went into ZZZ precisely because it didn't feel like an open world game, because they didn't have the time to play Genshin or WoWa, and they were interested in ZZZ. And with this new direction, maybe some of those people might not like this anymore, because it might take them more time to do things than compared to before. Some people also treated it as a side game to like complement with WoWa or Genshin or something else, right? And now this might be taking a bit more time. I mean, as a streamer, this feels more of a main game now, and probably better for streaming as well, if you ask me.
Sure. Yeah,
That's fair.
My man Soul is not here, so I'm going to say it for him because he said this a long time ago, and I agree with him.
Let's hear it.
Open world, I don't like anymore. You know, sometimes there's too much world. I just need a little bit of world. I don't need open world. I just need some world.
Introducing a little bit of world gameplay.
I just need some. I just need some, bro. You know what I mean?
I will clarify. Some people in chat are saying it, but yeah, it's not. We're not saying it's a. And also for any of you that might be confused, it's not going to be a complete open world. You're not going to be able to walk from 6th Street to the Chasm and then like go from the Chasm to the Limnian Hollow. It's just there are certain, just like the Millinoe Hollow, there are like it's still a stage. It's just a much bigger stage.
You know
so
what?
I would compare it
occasion
less
called the
to
Chasm?
like Genshin.
Have you played Metaphor?
I've played a little bit of Metaphor, yes.
So you know Metaphor has exactly what you're talking about, where it's like there's a kind of like in betweens, where outside of the main stage, like you go to a castle or a dungeon, that is its own thing, right? Everything that you do in there turns into a turn-based fight. Unless you're like strong as shit, then you just kill everything in one shot. But outside of that, that's what you do. Outside of the dungeon, though, it's open-ish world where you can go from
right now.
A little bit of world.
You go from point A,
I think it's
point
going
A
to
to
be
point
smaller
B.
than the way Metaphor has it, because Metaphor's was still pretty big.
Yeah,
I
Metaphor's
think it is
huge.
going to be. We mentioned it earlier, but it is probably going to be very, very similar to HI3 style, because it gave less of like the current HI3. Like, because part 2, the stages are really big, and we'll have to see how big it is here. But I saw it more as like a
Elysian.
No, not an Elysian realm. The Sakura open worlds, like semi-open.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, the Yae place.
Yeah.
I hated that shit, dude. Now that you said that out loud, like, and I didn't hate the concept of it. It was just so fucking boring. Like, oh yeah, run over here, run here, do this,
there was
do this.
nothing in there. It was their first time ever trying like a semi-open world thing, so it was very lacking. It was pretty shit. So yeah, but I mean, it's cool having them explore the different like mechanics with being able to alter the world in some way, whether it be altering miasma with the mystic arts or.
Dog, I thought you said something else.
How do we all feel about the whole new miasma mechanic?
I mean,
they need to do more with it. They need to do more with it.
I don't know. I saw the color
animations-
red. I didn't
shit,
understand most of what
to
they
be
were
honest.
saying.
Yeah.
You see the new
think
boss?
Oh, you
Oh, I
do.
don't know
When
what
the
the
new
new
boss
boss is.
came up, I was like, oh hey, new deadly assault boss. I hope it's not annoying as fuck. And then they put the boss on screen and everything's fucking red and he's just doing loop parries. I was like, oh, this fucking sucks.
Dude, it's like some big sludge, like fat blob of red.
Oh no, you're talking about Guzzlord. Yeah. Guzzlord's
Like,
different
you-
though. That's a different boss.
You can't see shit. And like, the first thing he does is a loop parry. Like, awesome, dude. You're just stuck parrying for 5 years. I love bosses like that.
Just get out of the way. Just get out of the way.
The shrine mask guy does it too.
The what?
No.
The,
Okay,
like,
wait. So
shrine
he's
The
mask
Exaltus guy. The Exaltus
yeah,
guy.
he's talking about the parry loop from the shrine guy. The Guzzlord dude has not shown a Guzzlord is like the Pokemon dragon or whatever. That one didn't get any gameplay to show us like a parry loop. He just looked.
No, it did.
interesting.
When they were showing Jafufu, they showed the big fat blob thing gameplay.
He has a parry loop.
Yeah. He like spits his tongue out and he like spins around like 4 times.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, that's not cute.
I'm gonna be real. I couldn't pay attention to the mechanics because I was just like, holy shit, this is one thick ass boy. What the fuck?
Yeah. I saw
Yeah.
Guzzlord and I said, dang, all right, we got Pokemon now. I'm a fan. I like it overall. It's cool. I think.
Yeah,
they're
do you
gonna
guys
good
like
with 2.0.
Yijiwa's English voice? I do not like it at all.
I thought every
It's like
time
way
y'all
too-
say
It's a
something,
little bit plain, I'd say.
Mummy?
thought you were
Cares
gonna
about
say
her
you wanted
voice. I'm
Ash.
distracted by at least 3 other parts of her.
See, there it is. There it is. There it is. I thought that's where Gib was going in the first
Speak
place.
our truth.
No, I was actually thinking of her voice. Her English voice is like mega NPC. It's like no
Yeah.
tone.
I mean, she looks like a toneless character though.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah, like I don't think she's supposed to be, because she looks like she takes everything seriously. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And oh, you know
Strong
what? Actually, I
silent
got a
type.
question.
Envy's humor.
I got a question from my chat earlier. I want to ask you guys. What do we think about the whole Void Hunter / as strong as a Void Hunter thing when it comes to
I mean,
Ijuan?
they officially showed what the title was in
Yeah.
this stream. They showed what the title was. It's Grandmaster.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
do you mean like in terms of how do I feel about people still thinking that she's a Void Hunter?
Not
or?
not necessarily thinking about it, but like I think what's gonna happen
Like the
obviously is we're
power
gonna
level.
yeah, right. Like you and I talked about this when we met up and we were eating like ramen and shit, right? And we talked about like the differences between the titles. And,
Character
like,
comes out,
a
they
Void Hunter
automatically have
is-
like a certain power level.
yeah, right.
There
And, like, ahead.
is no reason for them to limit themselves to only having Void Hunters being like incredibly strong people when that's not what the title is for.
yes,
Because
exactly.
when we're talking about like actual lore, and I know we talked about this in person, but the Void Hunter title is not granted just because you're strong.
Ding ding ding.
Just because you're very powerful doesn't mean that the guy's like, yo, that's fucking pog. Here's a title.
I've never heard you make that voice before.
Whenever someone like does something that actually benefits the city and helps push back and fight against Hollows as a whole, that is what lets them get a Void Hunter title. So while yes, Miyabi was able to slay a symbiotic ethereal by herself in less than 3 minutes, that's not why. Like the strength the fact that she could do that in 3 minutes isn't why she got the Void Hunter title.
It's because she's friends with Horrormaster, who is actually the strongest character in the universe.
It's
We-
about
we
like,
have a
yeah,
Void
the contribution to the city.
here.
So
Right.
just because Yishwin is extremely powerful, isn't like a bad thing, at least lore wise, because it could just be that she hasn't actually done a big enough feat to be considered contributing to the city yet.
Well, we're power scaling now.
So
Not particularly, but
power scaling and like
yeah, I wanted to ask the question because I got that question in the comments, but I think it's a good point of discussion too, because if we look at it from Miyabi's power level in general, we were talking about that. I think I was talking about that last night or the previous night, something like that. But as you said, Void Hunter is not the reason that Miyabi is what she is, and I think it's funny that so many people tie that to her, like, oh, she is as strong because of the Void Hunter thing, or her strength is tied to the title of Void Hunter. And it's like, no, Miyabi is just fucked up. Like that, she is literally one of, if not the strongest character currently in the existence of Zenless Zone Zero. And it's hilarious because her dad says it. Like there's yeah, I was talking about this last night or yesterday. There's a whole scene I was talking about with Blind, my buddy. And there's a whole scene right in, 1.4, where right after Miyabi gets captured or something like that, and you call her dad, and you're like, hey, we need you to tell us about the sheath and like, you know, how to control it or close it, whatever. And he's like, oh, I can't do that. Like, that's Miyabi stuff. Why would I do that? And you're like, oh, well, I'm Miyabi's friend. He's like, all right, cool, I'll tell you. Wait, why do you need to know that? Like, Miyabi should just have it under control. And you're like, oh, she got captured. And he laughs. He's like, haha, like, what do you mean she got captured? And you're like, yeah, these people took her. And you're like, oh, that's funny. They're fucked. And then he starts to tell you something about why she's incredibly strong and like that's really bad for them. Then he stops himself, laughs again, and he says, you know what? I'll tell you how to do the sheath thing. And then you move on with the story, right? But it's so hilarious that canon-wise, like lore-wise, Miyabi is quite literally one of the most fucked up characters in the game, to the point where like everyone that knows her recognizes her power level, and we still don't even know her true power level. Even when she split open, what was it, the hollow or whatever with the big orb? She split it open. That wasn't even her full strength. She just does shit. And I'm like, all right, bro. Like, there's a reason she's the strongest character in the game. Like, lore-wise, canon-wise, it makes sense.
I still think it's
Quick
crazy that
correction.
Miyabi's
when
like
she split the hollow, that
doesn't even
was
fucking
her.
touch Nova.
Like that wasn't just her power. That was her actually tapping into Tailless, because Tailless like granted the power for a moment. But everything else before that, like whenever you see her just slaying ethereals, yeah, that's just her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, this has been real. I've had fun, but I'm gonna dip because
Yeah.
I have to go do other things now. But yeah, I said I wasn't gonna do it for an hour, but yeah, we tried to focus the conversation at the start, and then chaos just ensued, and I've loved the chaos.
I think it's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, it was a good conversation.
Yeah.
Appreciate the host.
Yeah, but it's time
thanks,
for me to go.
Sarge.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for putting this together, Average.
I'm giving out. You're free to hang around and yap, guys, but I'll catch you later. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
See you, man.
Bye.
See ya.
Guys.
I'll follow
After
suit
that, all
with
you gotta
Average.
hear
You
is
have a good day, everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna dip as well. Thanks for having me,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, have fun, man.
Likewise. See ya, guys. Bye.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Dropping
we are
like
leaving,
flies.
right? So
We are dropping.
Anybody
we are
staying?
I guess,
I'm staying
like,
for
Take a
now.
little
I
bit.
think, I think
Yeah.
I still need to. Chat wanted me to do a recap of.
I mean, I can-
in season 2, so I can chill while I write a script.
I mean, I could stay. I just got back. I could
I
hear y'all.
know.
I could
I
hear
know
y'all.
Eo's
I have
gonna
a-
react to like the
I
IGN thing.
I've just been playing the
but,
game in the
I
I
background.
promised chat account reviews. So
I was grinding
I'll be
Hugo and
hitting that
Haru.
as well.
We love some account reviews.
They fucking suck.
Later, guys. It was fun.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
GG.
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
there.
Boston.
It was a good quick talk. We can end there if y'all want. It's up to you.
I mean, I actually
I
wanted to ask
mean,
you guys
do
one
we have
thing.
any like last things that you guys want to bring up?
I mean, sure. What do you guys think? Do you think Yish 1 is gonna end up being stronger than Miyabi or on same level in terms of gameplay?
Same level probably or lower.
same level probably, but I pointed out before. She's probably going to require a bit more of skill to play because of the parry stuff that they showcased on the gameplay as well. Kind of requires you to understand the enemy as well. Not that Miyabi is that easy, you know. Once you understand Miyabi and how it normally works, you kind of can, increase your power level once you understand things like anomaly stuff, stun extension that you can do both with ice and frost and things like this. Yishuan is probably going to be like strong, but it also requires some extra, skill from the player. Probably.
Yeah.
For what we know about Yishen from that demo, she seems to definitely be a lot more like on field. So, I understand like comparing her to Miyabi makes sense, both on field DPSs. Do we see anything from her that like indicates any like off field application or like
If you watch the
capabilities or
IGN
anything?
video, it shows literally her whole kit.
Oh, okay.
She can switch between her mini ultimate.
Yeah. Okay.
So like you know how like Miyabi can quick swap during her enhanced basic attack.
Yeah.
Ishwan can quick swap during her mini ultimate. So that's kind of similar.
Okay. Yeah.
Think about particle effects. Do you think it's a bit too much on the screen now with
Yes.
everything that's going
Yeah,
on?
with the
Everything-
with the brimstone or the brimstone cloud.
Yeah, but also with like how do you call her? Yufufu or Jufufu? I'm not sure anymore. But anyway, her plus Yishu 1, Panda. There seems to be quite a lot of effects on the screen based on the IGN gameplay. Yeah, what do you guys
Yeah,
think?
and then there's the boss as well. I mean, just like cancel all of your screen.
Yeah, I feel like it's maybe a bit too much.
I mean, I already think like if you do a lot of reactions of Miyabi, there's already a lot on your screen. Or even like Evelyn, when you're doing like a lot of chain attacks, there's like a lot on your screen as well.
Yeah, but you have multiple characters now, like, because you, like, Jufufu does things off-field by the looks of it as well, and there seems to be, like, a lot of going on at the same time.
Yeah. And this is with damage numbers turned off.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that's true, actually. I didn't even realize.
I'll turn off. I found the moment I turned off blooming.
Oh yeah, that does usually help.
This also helps.
The only thing when you turn off bloom, it makes your game look like a half potato.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
But bloom is like all the colorful. It's like all the like yippee, you know. You like turn off the bloom, there's like no yippee anymore.
I disagree. I could show you
For me, the
gameplay right now with bloom off.
yippee are the numbers.
I'll go
popping
to
up
your
on the
stream.
screen.
Show me no bloom gameplay. Because in Genshin, when people played with bloom off, it was like literally blooms.
I play with bloom off. I have no problem at all with bloom off on ZZZ.
Bro, wait, the game actually looks really clean without Bloom. I completely disagree.
Yeah.
I'm going to your streamer. Show me.
Had to turn on the game.
I think it also is like definitely a monitor thing potentially as well.
Potentially
Potentially
not.
It's like, is it not?
I have to reopen the game for it to work. God damn it. Whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, any other takeaways?
Yeah, Lucy
Hearing
sucks.
something about the
Buddy.
Aftershock in Hollow Zero, like all agents of
That's my
Aftershock or
takeaway.
something.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
I read
the new
something like
gear type.
this. I can understand why they're adding this, but okay, I guess.
I low-key think it's because they want to test like what happens when you have multiple Aftershock units and like how that'll feel, how that'll look. Because like right now we have like, sure, we have Polka and we have Trigger and stuff, but like when they get more involved, right? And kind of to like the conversation of like, oh, there's a lot of particles on screen. Like, what's gonna happen when we have like everyone aftershocking? I think it's
Actually, I don't know why I asked you to show me the Bloom. I have my game open on my brain.
Come on. Come on, Jim.
I just realized I was like, wait, my game is like literally open.
Oh,
The
one thing we
that
didn't
I'm
mention
looking,
about
like
Jufu.
for my side on guides and the calculator, like oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm going to have such a trouble with the calculator. But anyway, they mentioned on the live stream that Yishuan ignores the enemy defense, so I'm like really interested to see how the numbers are going to look if Yishuan is like ignoring the enemy defense. Because right now, for example, this means that Nicole, it provides not that much of a value for Yishuan, for example. Rina,
Yeah.
0 value. Trigger with her signature, 0 value as well.
Well, Trigger's
So-
easy fix. You just use a different engine.
That's totally true. You can like Ice JT pod. That's true. That's true. You can, for example,
There you go,
get
there
some
you
extra
go.
damage. Yeah, that's true. But like, I'm curious to see how it will scale and maybe get a little bit of the charts and the power creep stuff. You know, the power level stuff, just because of the fact that she is completely ignoring the enemy defense.
Yeah. I mean, these are kind of entry into true damage, right? A little bit
Yes.
of sorts. So,
Yes.
like,
Def down does nothing for her. Pin ratio, defense shred, and pin ratio does nothing for her.
Yeah.
Pen subs.
Yeah, or pin subs. Yeah, like they do nothing. They literally do nothing for Yishuan.
Yeah.
On the other hand, my HB +4 discs, they finally have a good reason to exist.
Awesome. Wait, here cheat says Ice JT buffs attack. No, it doesn't buff damage percent. The fuck?
Well, attack buff was
I said it
cool.
about my...
You are completely wrong on that, brother, and I can go look at it right now because I'm on the game. Yeah,
What
it's
did they
damage
say?
percent. It's damage percent. No, it's not here. Cheat. I'm looking at it
20%?
right now. I'm on the game.
I believe. Something like that.
What I'm curious about is the Jufufu decibel increase.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I don't know how that 4K affects combat at all when you can barely even get 4K in Shiyu. You can even you can barely get 3K. I mean, in Shiyu.
Surely she has incredible decibel gen.
I feel like her buff
Or,
is
so,
like,
or
only
like,
a
yeah,
lot-
some way to like buff decibel gen as well.
Yeah, she's got to have something for that.
Yeah. That was my like one larger thing outside of like just the, you know, other stuff like sheer force. It's like, you know, HP scaling and all that other stuff. We know her special attribute anomaly too.
Is it like different? Like I know that the color looks different, but
Yeah, so how Frost, you know, and Frost burn, right?
I'm
For
not
her,
so
it's
sure if
corrupted. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
called
changed the tense of the
corrupted.
word. It went from corruption to corrupted.
Corruption to corrupted.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Crazy.
Insane.
Insane. Insane.
New
Massive
corrupted meta
changes.
goes hard. Learning English was endless.
Someone asked a good question. Do we think all Rupture characters are going to be HP scaling?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably
No,
not.
probably yes, because they made the new Rupture set HP. I feel like if you add a Rupture character and then they're not HP,
They could just.
I
add a
mean,
new
unless they
Rapture
can
set.
use
Just
an
make a
old
new set though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything.
That's true.
They could just be a pain in the ass.
I'm more thinking
mean,
about
yes,
lighter
that's also
additional
true.
requirements. if he's gonna get the thing as well like the rest with the Rapture unit or not. Because I think that's
No,
gonna
he's
decide
not.
lighter
You didn't
fate
get it.
in the future.
No, he's not. I can already tell you he's not.
You're such a doomer.
No, I'm the lighter sim. I'm literally the M6 lighter guy.
Okay, but does lighter need it though?
I'm telling
Yes,
you right now,
would be nice.
he's not going to get it because they want Jufufu to be the peak for Rupture agents, and they want lighter to be the peak for attack agents.
Yeah, that's
If
what
they-
I'm thinking.
if they
I don't
made
think
it-
lighter
they-
needs it.
Yeah, if they made lighter of Rupture 2, then that completely fucks over Jufufu because lighter's buffs are better than Jufufu's.
So you're telling me that I should skip lighter. That's what you're telling me.
The lighter propaganda.
Yep.
Lighter's the goat.
Yep.
Yeah, lighter's
I
great.
totally agree.
If they fix the damn bug he's got right now.
What bug?
He's got a bug?
Yeah. Collapse bug on multiple enemies.
Collapse on multiple. What does that even mean?
Final punch mean stun extension. Final punch from 2 enemy. Oh no, only 1 enemy get the stun extension. That's the bug.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, really? Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's,
Okay,
it's
what
annoying.
does that? They should fix that, but what does that affect?
Marionette. Also twin
Oh.
marionette.
Marionettes.
Yeah, like any like multi.
Also
like,
Palicus.
You know.
All fights that we just had. And have right now.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't used lighter on any of those, so I would never know that.
Didn't pull Hugo?
No.
Unbased. SMH.
What is Hugo going to do when I have Soldier 11?
More damage.
Yeah,
More
but Soldier
damage.
11 is Hinokami Kagura. Hugo is just like cool scythe guy.
Yeah, he's cool scythe guy, dude.
That's crazy.
Cool
That's
scythe
crazy.
guy.
Yeah, I love cool scythe guy.
That's
And
crazy.
I just pulled Vivian.
Yeah, you can play Vivian Hugo,
Cool.
trust. It's in the agent mission, so it's good. Oh, don't you know? That's exactly how that works.
That mission is so bait. Like, why did they even place it both Vivian and Hugo at the same team? Like, I know, okay, it's lore stuff, but come on.
Just with Lord, there is a thing I wanted to ask Azriel, specifically about story presentation after 1.4 patch. I feel like the quality of the story presentation dropped down. Like it
Yeah, he
feels like
said
there's
that.
more like more static images and all that stuff. He muted himself. Never mind. Dodged.
He said he was recording like a story prompt or something for like a video. with his chat.
No, specifically like the quality of the story kind of like feels a bit. The presentation, I feel like it's down in 1.5, 1.6, and so on.
No.
Yeah, like I
Compared
feel
to what
that
used to.
overall we don't get that many cutscenes anymore like we used
Or
to have
comic
back in
panels.
1.0.
Feels like
Yeah,
more
the
static
comic
image,
panels.
yeah.
These were so good. These made the whole Zone Zero story presentation feel something really unique when compared to all other gacha games. And like every single new patch, we keep getting less and less of these. So I don't know. Zone Zero right
I mean,
now.
the chatters are saying they don't see a difference, but have you did, for example, the trigger story, like the static image there was like 4 or 5 minutes, I swear. Like I don't think I'm tripping. Yeah, I don't know. Did, you guys did the
In
trigger
the
story, no?
in the Oscar Yao and Evelyn quest, they
Yeah, I think
have that
they're-
car cutscene for mad long, where it's just like the image of them in the car.
Yeah, like pacing was better. I'm talking about presentation specifically, like the way I feel like they use less cutscenes, less comics, but more static images. That's what I'm saying. Because I don't think Cathy's chatters understood what I was saying, but okay.
Bro, I haven't done the new story yet, so I'm gonna be real.
Oh my god, imagine playing the game.
I do play the game every day. I've been procrastinating. I told myself I would do it. I would do the story, the because I haven't done the most recent one. That's the only one I haven't done. I told myself I'd do it 1 week before 2.0. I still got a few days. I've just been hella procrastinating it, but I'm gonna be completely honest. When it comes to ZZ's story, that's why I didn't like say much there while you were talking, bro. Because like some parts of the story for ZZ like completely hook me, and I don't skip anything, and like I'll be like really like into it. And then some parts of the story, I'm like, yo, fuck this shit, and I just skip.
Yeah, I usually
I
skip when it's like NPCs talking about like nothing. That's an easy skip.
So, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, maybe Az doesn't like that. I'm sorry. Did I just hurt your feelings, Az?
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna be honest. I was reading my chat and I'm also writing a script. All I heard was that. What was the gist? That there's missing, like the story was, presentation was a little bad.
He said we're not good enough for him. That's what.
Yeah.
We're not good enough for him.
Yeah, sorry. That's exactly what came out of my mouth.
When I did the 1.5 story, like, I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago, yeah, usually when I play the game, I have the music off because I play my own music. I don't know, tech and just on like some random bullshit OST in the back. But for some reason, for 1.5, the cutscenes, the entire audio is linked to the music setting. So every cutscene I watched was completely fucking silent.
Oh my god.
The voices, the sound effects, the music, there was nothing. I was like, wow, this quest is awesome.
Oh, okay. Well, Az, what's your opinions on the Razor? Wait, I don't want to put words in your mouth. You said you think the story's presentation's gone down.
As
Quality,
muted.
specifically like more static images, stuff like that.
Az is back.
You might be back.
Sorry. Sorry. It was. What's up?
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, God.
Okay. Hold on. Razor is saying that the presentation of the story kind of fell down after the 1.4. What
Yeah,
are
like
your
1.5,
thoughts on this
1.6,
one?
and so on. Like more static images, less cutscenes, less comic panels, and more static images. And longer.
Yeah, I think it's probably just because right at the time of... It's also the reason why the writing got a little bit sloppier towards 1.5 as well, is during that time, they started shifting the entire development focus from being based around the TVs to being, like, the new stuff.
Exactly.
And so that's, like, their focus was all over the place on a lot of different aspects of the game, which spread them a little thin. So they weren't able to actually get the presentation out probably as well as they wanted to, especially because they also went back to the beginning and rewrote some of the story from the earlier missions to make it easier for newer players to understand some of the lore. And I think once we get, now that they're starting to get their footing on how they're actually going to start making the game and what direction they know that they're going to actually go for, we'll be seeing that high quality presentation show back up. Especially because I think in 1. We had a good amount of comic panels. I think in 1.6 or 1.7 or one of them. I can't remember.
I think it was 1.7 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean they were good. It was not nearly as much as before for sure. But at least they are still providing it, and not just like lowering the amount of presentation to just one like route. But yeah, I think they're gaining their footing again, and it'll come back up.
Okay, I got you, homie.
Fair, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, anything else, boys?
Not really.
Anything else, boys?
Everything
Yeah, I think
we said
we
was said.
talked about a lot of it already.
Dude.
All right.
I don't think there's anything else particularly. I mean, besides the events and stuff, but we can always like see that for ourselves within the game.
Yep.
the dating or whatever that was, the cinema thing.
You gotta like
Cinema.
if you watch a movie alone, you gotta
cinema.
lock in QuickTime events.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
What the fuck?
I think the last thing is what I can think of is I know for a fact that ZZZ is going to be heavily looked at from the outside because I don't know if you guys have noticed, a lot of people have been are expecting ZZZ to follow HSR
Route, yeah.
and so the whole entire 2.x I think people are gonna be very critical on everything ZZZ does.
I mean, now you're also gonna have, Hoyo shields and munitions against Kurobots regarding this anniversary. There's obviously gonna be drama around this stuff in the communities as well, I would say. Very, very likely. It's probably gonna happen. I don't think it's a point. Like, good luck avoiding that one.
I just going to keep clearing Deadly Assault using 2 units only, and that's it.
Hey, base.
That shit.
Kinda Bezado though. Kinda Bezado.
You're at like what 7 stars right now? 7, 8
No,
stars?
I did all 9 stars. I did 9
You did 9
stars.
stars
After
already?
37
Shit.
hours on Deadly Assault, I got my 9 stars. Soka Kuniko on Marionettes.
Yo,
Vivian Piper on Butcher. And Harumasa MB on Typhoon.
There you go.
Beautiful. Yeah, just post that picture and don't mention how long it took you. Just don't
sadly,
mention.
I already mentioned already.
All right,
Just
gamers,
say you
I
did
can
it
put it
and
out so
try.
I can focus on this video since I keep definitely.
Nah, yeah. You
guys
need
being here.
you
If
need
you have
ranking.
any,
You
if you
good
have any
ass.
lore questions, you can message me and I will. I can.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we're pretty much all wrapped up here, to be honest. So
Yeah. So we're good.
Facts.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Hey, I'm probably gonna make this a video. I potentially will. So just in case I do, where can people check you out?
Yeah, you can check me out on YouTube or Twitch. I multi-stream there at Azrael Vanity. I mostly do Zinless lore, and I'll be having a season 1 recap coming out soon. That's like 4.5, 5 hours long. Yeah, it's big.
I will be there.
Gib, where can people check you out, Gib?
TikTok not Gib, and then YouTube Gib with 3 B's, and I stream at Twitch as well as Gib.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Josh, where can people check you out?
yeah, I'm pretty much Jay Shua on all platforms. Mainly been doing the YouTube and Twitch gig like everybody else here, and I mainly, like most of us folk here, we mainly focus on meta stuff and combat-oriented stuff. I do a little bit of variety and generalist, like beginner guides and stuff like that to ease people in. That's going to be one of my focuses for my new guide prep series to get everybody acclimated to get ready for 2.0. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Muzzy?
So you can find me both on YouTube and Twitch under OK Muzzy. I usually do stream both on YouTube and Twitch, but mostly focus on videos, guides, and theory craft stuff. I like doing some challenges on Deadly Assault, Shiyu, and other things like this. Mostly on like the low-cost free-to-play scenario, not speed running or killing enemies. That's too sweaty for me, I think. But yeah, you can find me over YouTube and Twitch.
This man just said... Muzzy, you just spent 37 hours in Deadly Assault and you just said
That's too sweaty.
Not too sweaty. There's no way you just...
I mean, speed running and
player.
killing enemies. Manual chain, fuck that shit.
Manual chain.
37 hours.
I guess he also
and you're
has
not
who's
too
holding the
sweaty?
button.
And you're not too sweaty? What?
No, I am just someone.
There's no way, bro.
I just have a passion for the game, that's all.
Yeah, you have a passion to sweat your ass off with 2 characters. What are you talking about?
Okay, fair. I take my words back. Okay, thank you.
Oh my God.
Why can't a man be passionate, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, we're all passionate here, man. R2, what's up?
Hello, what's up?
I'm saying, like, where can we find you, bro?
Pretty much exclusively YouTube. Although if you just look up R2, you're not gonna find me. Look up R2 Horomasa, R2 Grace, R2 Zenless.
I found you from R2ZZZ.
Yeah, that works.
I got you.
I mostly end up just posting random runs with like either just teams that I find fun most of the time. I prefer playing Shi over Deadly Assault, but I post that sometimes as well. And on the rare occasion, I'll do like some guide video or some bullshit content. Whatever I'm feeling.
Do you like Shi over Deadly because you can speed on it? That's pretty bad.
Yo, R2, I need
to
to DM you after this. I need to DM you after this because my chat forced me to build Haramasa this week. I've 4 more days to finish up Haramasa, and I'd love for you to come on and give me some actual like gameplay pointers.
I can do that, although probably not this week. I had a
that's all good.
coaching
Yeah.
session with ALG yesterday. I'm gonna have one with Phantom tomorrow.
Oh shit! Okay,
I'm booked out, man.
I gotta book you a month in advance. What is this?
Yeah,
You gotta
that's
actually book
crazy.
me.
Yeah, he got plans, bro.
But sure, man. I don't mind.
I would offer some tips, but I don't think I play Harumasa that well. I just
No, I don't want
know
anything
the
from you,
base.
Muzzy. The hell?
I'm out. I'm out. Fuck that shit. I'll never in my entire life expected something like this.
You be,
Nah.
hey, Josh, if Muzzy's your coach, you be doing that shit for 38 hours.
30
God damn.
Yo, man, yo. That's crazy.
Insane, bro.
Oh my god. And finally, Razor, brother, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on YouTube and Twitch, Razor_CT. I stream every single day. You can always find me there. I cover multiple gachas besides ZZZ, also HSR. I do dabble in some other gachas as well, upcoming ones like Ethereum Restart, guides, value talk, news, pre-release, all types of stuff. A lot of Yappp, basically. We just want to chill and talk a lot. That's what we do, pretty much.
Yeah. Sounds good, bro. Hey, man, it was a good talk, I think. I think we did good.
That was great.
For the most part.
Shout out to the hosts and ALG for bringing us all together and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
But hey, until next time, boys. Let's hope for a good
Next
2.0.
time.
Yahoo!
Take care.
All right.
Have a wonderful day. Ciao.
What a call that was. Alright, I'm just finishing my Hollow Zero run for the week because I forgot to do it. Sorry for not reading chat in that time. It was a bit awkward. Pompeii playable when? Never. Unfortunate. What do you guys think of awesome Hollow Zero? It's so fun. My music stopped. No. I can close that. Nice. Enjoyed your training session with ALG. It was fun. Apparently my Haramasa cooking services are like a full fucking system now. It's like an actual service you gotta book. I think it's pretty funny. God damn that piston. There we go. Oh, well, I only have one chain. It's a fucking bleed. Alright. Oh, I didn't die. Please. When Genshin gives the player base playable Senora? Yeah, pretty much. So playing on keyboard is better than controller? Personally, no. I think keyboard is the definitive way to play almost every game. Almost every game. For Haru, definitely keyboard. Like, once you get a good feel for pressing your keys on the keyboard, I just think it's much nicer. Yo, what's up, Super? You just missed everything. My guy, no. You missed the chaos. What's up, bro? I'm just finishing this run and then I'm calling it a day. So Hugo kind of sucks for Hollow Zero, I'm not gonna be honest. I'm not bringing him again. Because he needs a stun. What the hell? Can I even stun these guys? Well, it's gonna take a while. Can I group him? Nope. Get him later. I think keyboard is just much more comfortable. Personally. Die. Ooh, look at that. Watching on Twitch? Oh, alright. Wait, yo Jimbo, you asked me something in a comment and I forgot to respond. It was like Haru's strengths and weaknesses, I think, right? I think that's what you asked in a comment in another video. Haru's strengths and weaknesses. I'm not really sure, honestly. I feel like the main weakness is, he has the ability to, like, play as an on-field character, but he doesn't really have a team that enables that the best. So it feels like a lot of his potential is kind of untapped into, and his best Sun team has Jingi, which is unfavorable for a lot of deadly assault fights. That's like one of his main weaknesses, I feel like, that his teams just aren't really it right now. As for strengths, I don't know, besides him doing damage, I don't know what I would really say. He's cool. I don't know, bro. I never really thought about, like, strengths over other characters. It's definitely not ease of use. $29 pages down. Maybe I'll probably say flexibility in a stun window. There's a bunch of different things you can do for like Haru's stun window. That will end up to be about the same damage. Like there's not like just one combo, you gotta, oh yes, I must always get this combo or I'm fucked. You can always just readjust things if you know how to. This combo game is very flexible. That's probably one thing I would say as like a genuine nice strength. He also has really fast animations, actually, that's another one. We're never like... He never feels slow because all his things are like really fast. He's a very fast-paced character. I love not quitting. Can I stop myself from wasting everything on lighter sig? I have no idea. I didn't get it. Is that motivation? Does that help? I don't have it. And I'm doing pretty good. Not right now though, because Hollow Zero is Hollow Zero, but in every fight that matters, I'm doing good. Come on, Lycon. There you go. Oh my god. Please die. Oh man. Die. I'm gonna go insane. Having the stun to do damage is so fucking annoying for this mode. It's the worst. Please, he's almost dead. I'm gonna EX-wise. Which S-rank engine should I get in the anniversary? Weeping Cradle. Weeping Cradle was incredible. Geppetto was a pain in the ass, yeah. Haru, Seth, Rina, when? Never. It's not good. There's not really a point to using it. It's funny though. What difficulty is it? The lowest. just to make it as quick as possible. But I'm just not playing Hugo in there again. Hugo is not good for Hollow Zero. One mode where Hugo isn't good, Hollow Zero, noted. That's this T0? So true. Haru said Lycon, I did use that. But UCC's gone now. You old males. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on now. We can be funny. We can be funny before I go. We can be funny. Are you free to play? I'm low spender. Imagine needing your additional. Real. Lycon or Grayson Selector? Depends on who you need more. Lycon's a better character. That's why I set up quivers. Guess that's how we're doing this. Cool. Seth is carrying, yeah. He is absolutely hard carrying. Let's go, Seth! My goat! No! His ult whiffed. How is it even possible? I got a dodge that just didn't fuck. Nice, not a single dodge. That's alive, that's alive. No, he's not. For him. Level 10 sets couldn't handle the heat. Oh yeah, we got the this machine playing. I only get one chain attack? That's lame. Only one chain? He broke his back from carrying? So true. I love the dodge detection on this boss is so good. Yeah, I can 20k if I tried. If I actually tried. And the set didn't die. Actual counter, so true, man. It seems Z's a special type of leader character. I mean Z. Yeah, I don't have a viable ether. I don't have any ether teams. I don't have Vivian, don't have a G1. Alright, let's see if I can get the whatever K with Seth, and then I'm ending stream. If I don't get it here, I'm just not gonna do it. Oh, he didn't do it. He's ass. One character. One character again. What works out? It's 14 damage. Awesome. He's level 10. Has like nothing equipped. Go, get him, Seth. He's going in. He's crazy. I don't think I got shock. I was trying to get shock. Oh well. That's a little late. I'm hoping for a shock. Perry didn't even hurt the clone, he's level 10. I didn't. We did it, yay! Awesome. Gameplay. Rough patch for anyone going for Astra. Just don't go for Astra. Easy. GG, well played. No, that was not well played. Anyway. I'm calling it a day here. I wasn't even supposed to stream again. It's just we had the like content creator call, and I was like, you know what? I'll attend it. Actually going this time. Thanks so much for watching, and 3 new members in just a stream from 0, so really appreciate that. Thank you all. Everybody that became a channel member. Hopefully at some point I actually add proper benefits to being a member, because right now it's just you're supporting me, and when I actually do get the Hugo video done, you'll see that early. Yeah, thank you guys. I'm out.